Yeah, man. This is the Dagan Soro. Marachuga in the house. Kapuku Digit in the house. Wow.
This is the joy with the rainbow goddess, the rainbow goddess. This is the joy with the rainbow goddess, the rainbow goddess.
Hello and welcome to the plant-based party power segment of my show. Today I'm going to show you a recipe that is traditionally made during the holidays. It's made all year round, but especially during the Mexican holidays. We're gonna make tamales! So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna have your corn husk. You do wanna be careful with it, like I just accidentally ripped one. And you wanna separate them so that they get like fully soaked. For my broth, I'm going to use onion, 3 garlic cloves. Then I'm going to use these ancho chiles, which I rinsed first just in case they're a little bit dirty. So I like to use scissors to make it easier. And I'm gonna take out all of the seeds like that, and I want to open it all the way to take out the veins as well, because that's going to be the spicy part. I always say when you're working with chilies, if you have gloves, I'd suggest you wear gloves. I am always a dummy about it, and I just do it with my bare hands, and then I touched parts of my body and they burn. And I'm going to use the scissors to cut it into little strips. Okay, so now my broth veggies are ready to be sauteed. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm gonna throw my chilies in there first. You want those chilies nice and fried. I had it obviously already got in my pan very hot before I threw them in there. Okay, they're good. Now I'm gonna throw in my onions. And now that my onions are fragrant, getting nice and toasty, I'm gonna turn this down because I don't want to burn my garlic, because that'll give it like a bitter flavor. I can put my garlic in now. And I'm actually gonna add another tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of salt, and I'm using pink Himalayan salt, and 2 bay leaves. Now that my garlic is nice and toasty, I'm going to add 5 cups of water. Let that simmer for at least 15 minutes. Okay, I think my oil's ready. Let's throw in some onions and peppers. I'm gonna do half of it first. Because if I overcrowd it, it's just gonna steam it. Now that my peppers are nice and fried, I'm gonna add these back in there, and I'm going to add the vegan cheese so that it melts with it. So I already turned off the stove top so that it doesn't like overcook it. I just want enough heat where it's going to lightly melt the cheese and make it a little bit more malleable. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna transfer it to this bowl so that it doesn't keep like melting the cheese onto the pan. Now that my broth is done, I'm going to strain it. And I like to just get everything out and kind of squeeze it. Get all those good flavors in there. So now it's time for the masa. I'm gonna actually just pour all my liquid in there. I'm gonna do a 3/4 cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use a whisk. And we're gonna do 4 cups of flour. And when you're measuring cups, you want them to be just like flat, not with like a hole in it, not overflowing. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay. Now the magic happens. I think this is probably gonna be like way too much water, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And look how easy it was to mix when we did it into the wet mix. This is looking really good. Now, I've only made tamales once with my grandmother, and what I remember is that like spreading it onto the corn husk is kind of like a tedious task and it takes a while. So I think that's why like Mexicans really like to do it for the holidays, because then the whole family can get together and work on it together. We want to try it just to make sure that flavor-wise it's good. Honestly, I feel like it could use a little bit more salt. We're just gonna add 1 more teaspoon. Now let's see. Perfect. So let's call my handy dandy boyfriend. Please help me drain the corn husks.
Okay.
Wipe them dry so that there's not so much moisture that it makes your tamales, what's the word in English for aguado? Like runny? We're gonna put some water in the pot and put this on. Water's going in. I also don't want it to be so little that my pot runs out of water. I'm going to line the bottom with some pieces that like are not really usable for the tamales. I'm laying it out like flower petals. This is the part where you really need at least 2 people. One person is going to smear some onto the, oh goodness, oh gosh.
And I feel like this is the hard part because it's like, it's just hard to smear it. It's just really hard to smear it. I wonder if I do it with my hands, like, ooh, that actually makes it way better, I think. Grab the filling, put it inside, and I hope that that's like good. And I think, well, okay, this husk was like way too small. And then it gets folded over. Yeah, this is not a good example. This is not a good example, but that's generally the idea. I mean, if you turn it this way, it looks like I did a really good job.
Okay, peeps, I figured out a tamale hack. I'm using a rubber spatula, then I'm just pressing it all the way to the ends, and you want those ends to get kind of thin. You want like the bulk of it to be in the middle. Put the goods, oops, in there. And I'm gonna not put it close to the edges. And then I'm gonna fold this part over, all the way over. Cool. And then there's a little bit there, and that's gonna help it stick. And then I'm gonna press the end so that it seals it. I'm gonna press the other end so that the other end gets sealed as well. And then I'm gonna just fold that over and I can set it aside. Ooh, look at all the tamales. So that amount of masa got us 30 tamales. Now I noticed because the steam plate that I put on there doesn't actually fit the pot, it's a lot smaller. We're gonna have to sort of do like a balancing act when we put them in so that it doesn't like tilt over and they don't dip into the water. Hand me tamales. I'm gonna just hold them in place. And we're gonna put them in facing up. Oh Lord. I was kind of like holding them at first to make sure that they weren't like falling over. And we're going to put some of the extra corn husks on top to trap in moisture. And we're gonna let it steam for an hour. Now, whenever you're opening a steaming pot, make sure to open it like away from you so that you don't burn yourself. Ooh, that looks yummy. I mean, it looks messy and crazy, but there we go. Yummy tamales. I'm gonna wait just like a second to try it so that I don't burn my tongue, but we'll give it a little taste test in a few minutes. The masa is really, really good. This is rajas con queso. Okay, well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I post a video every single Monday, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so you just get notified every time that I have a new video up. I know you've already shared it with your friends, but I'm always gonna say that. And definitely, if you like my videos, give them a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. That's it for today. Have a healthy, happy day. Yeah.